A member of the Dutch parliament slams officials on the island of Aruba. Allegations of a cover-up and corruption related to the disappearance of Natalie Holloway. Moments ago, we spoke to Hero Brinkman, a member of the Dutch parliament. Mr. Brinkman, thank you, sir, for joining us.
Yes, hello.
Sir, let me just start first with the big question. What do you think, as a Dutch member of parliament, about Aruba?
They are corrupt as hell.
So
that's what I say about Aruba.
So what are you going to do about it, or is there anything you can do about it?
I want a full investigation about what happened with Mrs. Holloway over there. It's really a disgrace that the Minister of Defense of Justice, Mr. Cruz, told everybody that Mr. van der Sloot and Mr. Jan and the police chief are very good friends, and that the investigation over there with the first 10 days about the investigation went wrong because of their friendship. So I'm very disappointed about that.
Sir, prior to becoming a member of the Dutch Parliament, you had a long history as being a police officer. Let me ask you this. When you say that Aruba is, quote, corrupt as hell, those are your words, what is it that tells you that? Why do you say they're corrupt as hell?
Because there are a lot of corruption which is going on. It's already also investigated over there. Politicians and police officers have been convicted, but they still are doing their job. So that's very strange. And well, we all know that the Dutch government does know that there is a lot of corruption over there, and they don't want to do anything about it.
Why doesn't the Dutch government want to do anything about the corruption in Aruba?
Well, I think because it's a political matter. We are now within discussions about another way to look at those islands formally, and all the political parties within the House of Parliament has said for years that they want to do it like this. Not our party, we are the only one who doesn't want to go that way, but the other ones did, and that's why they don't want to talk about corruption. All the politicians in the Dutch Parliament know that there is a lot of corruption on the Antilles and on Aruba, but they don't want to talk about it, and that's what I say. It's a political matter.
What do you make of the fact that the prosecutor, though, is not from Aruba? The prosecutor is a Dutch person.
Yeah, but he is a Dutch person, but he is also very long within the Aruban society. And what the Aruban politicians do, they drag you within that corruptive society. That's what they do. And so, well, even if there are Dutch politicians or Dutch government guys, it doesn't matter. If they are there for long to stay, they will drag into that corruptive system.
What do the police have to gain by being in not investigating this case? Because we've brought information to them, and I mean, actually we haven't brought it to them. We have information and we can't seem to get them to look at it. But what's in it for the police not to look at what we have?
Well, I think I don't know, and that's what I want to investigate, and that's what I ask the minister here in Holland as well, to investigate that from out the Dutch government. But I think because the police chief of the Arubian maybe has some involvement in this case, and if that is true, then of course the political persons who are responsible for this don't want to investigate that, because otherwise they get chucked off their head.
So what can we do here to in America, to try to push the investigation? Because all we want is a full and complete investigation. And what can you do from Holland, and what can you do to push for a full and fair investigation?
First I must thank all the Americans who emailed me and wrote to me all the things they knew and all the encouragement. I thank them very much. I've read everything. I must say that I didn't answer everything. I still tried to do that, but I didn't. But please, if you know anything, email to me. Write me. I will try to encourage the Dutch Parliament to fully investigate this matter, because the truth has to come out. That's very important for all of us, for the Americans, for the Antilles, for Aruba, and also for the Dutch Parliament.
Now, you said that Aruba is corrupt as hell. Do you have any particular names of people who you think, that at least the bullseye on their back, people we should look at to try to, at least take a look at them?
Oh, there are a lot of people. I've made a fully investigation this year, and I ordered a fully report in the Parliament early this year from 100 different cases of corruption on the Antilles. Nobody in the Parliament wanted to talk about that. It's a fully disgrace. But just one example, Minister Cruz tells that he knows that the Jan van der Straat and the police chief of Aruba and Paul van der Sloot, the father of Joram, were very, very good friends, and those two investigated the matter in the early 10 days of the case, and did that on a very slow matter. If Cruz does say this, and this is true, then he already knew that for more than 3 years. That's really a disgrace. Why didn't he tell that before? That's what I think is fully corruption.
Sir, thank you very much for joining us, and if we can work together on this at any point, we'd certainly like to help you out, and if you can help us, that'd be great. But thank you, sir.